Louisiana, the law states that if a child is conceived within a marriage, the husband is the presumed father of that child.
I wish that she had gotten through this divorce process before this happened.
I'm labeled a loose woman, a hoe. I've already seen comments online of people saying that it should have been a condition of my parole to get my tubes tied. The test is less for the public and more for Ryan to say, hey, dude, you're not the father. Accept it and move on.
Yes, that is the sneak peek for Gypsy Rose Blanchard's second season of her Lifetime special called Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. Now, this was largely a reality show, and it was never meant to go into a second season. However, that is where we are at. I'm very surprised because she goes on to already introduce the idea that it's social media and content creators and just horrible trolls on the internet that are responsible for saying nasty things and lies about her, when we know that that's not the truth. A lot of people are genuinely good, decent human beings have been exposing her lies. I know I have since October of 2023, and I can verify that for anybody who doubts that. You can scroll down and look yourself. And I think that is very disgusting how she wants to claim that she did the DNA test solely to satisfy Ryan so he can just move on after being so insensitive to the trauma that she has caused him by the sudden abandonment and divorce. And that to me is just egregious because she did the DNA test to satisfy the court and a judge so she can hopefully get divorced early, which is precisely what happened. That play that she played was exactly how she intended to play it. It had nothing to do with Ryan. It had nothing to do with selflessness or caring for him or wanting him to genuinely be happy or moving on. She wanted to be legally divorced before she had the baby. And that is exactly how that happened and went down, because she wanted to prove to the court and not wait for a court-ordered or a court-mandated DNA test. She wanted to prove to the court that she already knew without a doubt that it was not her husband's baby when she went in there to finalize the divorce. And that's how that went down. However, I'm surprised at Lifetime for this one because there are tens of thousands of human beings on social media voicing that they are going to boycott or cancel Lifetime TV if they continue to give a convicted money and a platform and continue these shows. They are solely monetizing this attention. They don't care that it's negative attention for being a convicted murderer. Don't care that it's negative attention because she is a pathological liar and that people have caught her in those lies. It's not just trolls and haters and people that are out here cyber bullying anybody. It is Gypsy Rose's own words against Gypsy Rose's own words, and Gypsy Rose's own lies against her own lies, her former statements against her own actions and choices, her own behaviors against her own behaviors. And that is what people are sick of and are tired of. Gypsy Rose Blanchard, I am going to say it, in my own opinion, does not deserve the platform that she is so hard worked for the past 9 years. And she does not deserve the platforms, the following, and she does not deserve to get paid to do a TV show. She is a convicted who took somebody's life and took 2 other lives by proxy when she solicited somebody else to be her co-conspirator and her accessory to her crime. So I think that this season 2, the fact that they're putting out a sneak peek has meant that it's already been green lighted and that they are going to air it regardless. Lifetime TV, do you have no shame? Do you have any morals or ethics at all? You are giving a platform to a convicted and a liar. Yet we have things like Justin Baldoni having a legal complaint levied against him, and he's already been dropped from a $250 million contract with WME, his agency. And yet that talent agency dropped him based on nothing more than unfounded allegations. When the Constitution here in the United States says that everybody is entitled to the presumption of innocence and that you are innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. And that has not happened. Yet he is being condemned just like Johnny Depp did. Yet you are giving money and a platform to a convicted murderer. Make that make sense. Why do women get away with all of these things that men in society and in Hollywood are largely not getting away with? And at the same breath, I understand we have cases like the Sean Combs case. Now, that is a different topic. That is not related to what I am speaking about here. What I mean is that Gypsy Rose Blanchard has harmed people. She has harmed others. She has deliberately stalked and cyber harassed content creators who speak out about her, trying to silence them. And I know this firsthand because I am one. And she has tried to levy and use legal action or lawsuits against people to shut them up and shut them down. She has gone as much as trying to change the algorithm so people speaking about her are not getting the viewership or the comments that they once used to get. But this goes back to Melissa Moore and Mike Stanfield and Lifetime TV. They are the ones with the agenda. They are the ones that want a piece of the pie. Remember when Gypsy Rose posted that on her private social media and it was leaked? And her friend Bree blamed me for being the one who took it, although it was her own cousin who took it off of the private Facebook and passed it around. I would say, yeah, Gypsy Rose knows that, but she's complicit in it because she gets a piece of the pie also. You are only known because you took a life and you were pussy enough to not even do it yourself. And then you're going to claim a story and a victim narrative. Meanwhile, saying that Nicholas Godejohn deserves to spend the rest of his life in prison behind bars. That doesn't jive with the theory and the abuse. Because if it did, he is the victor, the hero of that story, and he's the one that deserved to get the plea deal and to be able to have freedom and a life and a family. But he doesn't get that, and he doesn't even have the person who did this to him advocating for him in any kind of way. And she doesn't have to break parole to do the right thing and advocate for him. She doesn't have to directly contact him or by third party contact him to do the right thing and utilize her platform in a good, positive, proactive way to help him. To say, I know that this is what really happened. This is really my story. And therefore, he saved me. But she's not doing that. She's selling us a false narrative with book after book after book, interview after interview, show after show, documentary after documentary. And if you doubt that, you can go back to my video, which is entitled The Gypsy Rose Agenda. You will see exactly from the moment that this crime was committed how Gypsy Rose Blanchard had been utilizing mainstream media and social media not only in the commission of her crime itself, but to spin a false fabricated narrative, to make her culpability in her crime less, to make her sentence less, to get her plea deal and to take the death penalty off the table in the state of Missouri, to make herself look better, and to make Nicholas look worse. But the thing is, anybody who believes that Gypsy Rose Blanchard really is telling the truth about her life and her story, you all should be hailing Nicholas Godejohn as the hero who saved her then, correct? Not saying things like he deserves it. He knew what he was doing. He's the one that's responsible, not taking into consideration the mental disability and the level 2 autism that he has, or the fact that she spent 3 years manipulating him after exhausting other plans that did not go through or work out. Yeah, think about that. That makes no sense because he was saving her life in that version of the story. But this version of the story is Gypsy Rose continues to do the same exact thing as she's always done. She's doing it to Ryan Anderson. She's doing it to other people. She's doing it to friends. She's done it to anybody that no longer serves a purpose to her in a friendship or a relationship or a marriage. She disposes and discards of them. And that to me is egregious. So Gypsy Rose, What happened to you weren't going to put your baby on the internet or sell pictures? What happened to haters and you don't give a following? It looks like you gave a whole lot of fucks about that TikTok account.